We're going to make a box and whisker plot using this data here. The first step is to put the data in numerical order. And that's what I did here. I set up all of these numbers. And we're now going to identify the 5-number summary. And that will enable us to have the parts that we need in order to set up the box and the whiskers. So the first thing we need to do is go right to the middle and find where the median is. So when I look at the numbers, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2 more, 1, 2 more. It looks like we're right smack in the middle here. There is a number right in the middle, and that will be the median. And I also will call that Q2. So that means the median number is a 75. Now I go to the first half, and I'm going to look for the middle. Now, if this were two separate numbers, and I was looking for the middle of them, then I would use the number on each side. But in this case, if it is the median, then I don't use it at all. I only look at all of the numbers that are here. I have 3 and I have 3, and it looks like this one's in the middle of them. So this one is Q1. So Q1 is a 59. Of course, the minimum number 32 is staying there. Oh, and the maximum number is easy. That's 100. Now for Q3, we're going to do the same thing we did with Q1, where we're going to go to the second half and we're going to find the middle number, which happens to be a 92. Okay, so we have a 92 for Q3. The fact that there's 2 of them doesn't affect anything. This is the middle number for the top half, 3 on one side and 3 on the other. All right, now let's put them on a number line. I have set up a number line here, and let's actually show where they are. 32 would be approximately here. 59 is approximately here. Doing this will help me with making the box and the whiskers later. 75 is approximately here. 92 is approximately here, and of course 100 is here. Now I want to come down below here, and I should have moved this over a little bit, but we're going to do these things for the box and whisker plot. We're first going to put points in along the line underneath the number line. The number line just helps us to put the points relative to each other with the right spacing. Okay, so I have set up these 5 points. So that's the first thing, is to do the points. To do the box, I don't use the 2 end numbers. I come to the quartiles, Q1, Q2, and Q3, and I make a box that keeps the median, the Q2, in the middle. Then I do a median line. Then I do the whiskers. And voila, we have a box and whisker plot that showing this keeps those numbers right. Now I could put the numbers on here in order to show them. It's not always required, but I think in this case, many times we're using with much smaller areas, so it's harder to write them in, but I think I am going to do it. I'll put 59 here, and a 75 here, and the 92 here, and then the 100 here. Okay, now a basic analysis of this is that when you do this, it shows where the amounts are clustered together. So this being the first quartile up to there, this is actually, Q1 goes to there. This is 25% of all the data is below 59. Then 25% of all the data is between 59 and 75. 25% of the data is between 75 and 92. And then a very small amount here, 92 to 100, but there's also 25% of the data there. Okay, so 25% of data in each quartile. We just call this an endpoint here, the maximum, but this is actually like quartile 4. So Q1 goes up to here, Q2 to here, Q3 to here, and Q4 to here. So there's 4 quarters, so it makes sense that there's 25% of each. But now we can look at this and see that 50% of the data is between 59 and 92, and that's what the box shows, is that that's where the middle part of it, 50% is. So I'll say that here, 50% of the data is in the box area. And there are things that you can then do beyond that to analyze the data, but we will stick with this, having made it and recognize how it splits the data up. It's difficult to see with this where or how the data is grouped, and especially if you had hundreds of numbers or thousands of numbers. This type of thing gives you an idea if the numbers are all clustered together in one more area or spread out more in another area. So it's a visual method to view all of the data together.